Hi. So this is a video. Okay. I'm not going to say it's going to be a short one. I'm not going to say it's going to be a long one because if I say a short one, it really does not be short. But anyway, so this video will probably have to be short because I'm quite sure I don't have too much storage in my phone. Well, this is my laptop. Or my tablet rather. But anyways, this is who or the subject we're going to be talking about. Let me put my phone on vibrate. So yes, Henrietta Lacks. And you see that Baltimore, Maryland? You see Henrietta Lacks? DMV area. DMV area. So yes, this young lady right here. So this title of this video is going to be about like the blood, the feminine blood, the oh my goodness, what is the word? Matriarchy, bloodline, the feminine bloodline. Okay, um, of course, is more important than the male bloodline. The female bloodline is like the stronger, the matriarchy. Yeah, bloodline. Okay, so but it's giving hints. Baltimore, Maryland, the DMV area. That's where, like I said, things is being hidden in plain sight, and it's like puzzle pieces. Like they can't tell you exactly where to look for. Like X marks the spot. Treasure Island, Knights Templar. The Maryland state flag is kind of like the Knights Templar, the hidden societies, Washington, D.C. I mean, hey, like around that area. But of course, to get people off the scent, we got to send them to different countries, to different areas, thinking that Africa is a motherland, but Mother Mary, Maryland, the Free State, the Free Space. Maryland nickname is the Free State. Bingo. And I've been saying this, like if you play the game Bingo, that free space that's in the middle, that's like a free mark. X marks the spot. That's like that free space that is always marked. You can mark it even if you're not using it to get bingo, but it's still like a guaranteed freeness, a guaranteed free spot. Like Maryland, the free state, I know some of this stuff is going over some of your heads, but watch previous videos of mine. But anyway, so this is going to be talking about blood, feminine blood, like how important it is, and including my blood. And I already know that this probably have to be another part to this video because I want to get into my blood, how some of like the stories that I have dealing with my blood growing up, the experience that I had with blood. I ain't do no blood rituals like me per se. I wasn't doing anything with my blood. I'm talking about other people doing things with my blood, or just situations where my blood had leaked, and I'm just like, that's odd. How did it leak like that? Or like, why am I bleeding like that? I don't know. Like, so I'm gonna talk about all of that. But anyways, I'm gonna get into Miss Henrietta Lacks, again from the DMV area, District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia area, the East Coast. Okay. And then so August 1st, 1920 through October 4th, 1951. I was born on August 3rd, but that's besides the point. Okay, was an African American woman who cancer cells, and again, sorry, I'm cutting myself off. Sorry, I'm interrupting myself. All of this is from Wikipedia. So what I'm reading from is from Wikipedia. Okay, so Henrietta Lacks, born Loretta Pleasant, on August 1st, 1920, passed away on October 4th, 1951. 951, that number is significant too. 915, like, yeah, them numbers are significant. But anyways, was an African American woman who cancer cells are the source of HeLa cell line. It's HeLa. Y'all can see that HeLa. Um, where is it at? Around that area. I don't know, but y'all see it. The first immortalized human cell line, immortalized human cell line, immortal. Okay, let that sink in. Immortal. Hopefully y'all know what that means. I'm not gonna, because sometimes if I be clicking on a highlighted spot, it takes me back to. Y'all can Google immortalized. But anyways, immortalized human cell line. And one of the most important cell lines in medical research. An immortalized cell line, oh, what tells you what it is. An immortal cell line reproduces indefinitely under specific conditions, and the HeLa cell line continues to be a source of invaluable medical data to the present day. Again, I know y'all like we can read, but y'all see, that's what I just finished reading. As you can see, Baltimore, Maryland, yada yada yada. Okay. Okay, so it says Lax was the unwitting source of these cells from a tumor biopsy during treatment for cervical cancer at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland in 1951. The cells were then cultured by George Otto Gray, who created the cell line known as HeLa, which is still used for medical research. As was then the practice, no consent was required to culture the cells obtained from lax treatment. Neither she nor her family were compensated for the extractions of use of the HeLa cells. Now, I guess they probably didn't update this, but I believe about 5 or 6 years ago, her family finally won in court, like a settlement from Johns Hopkins Hospital or just like the medical field or whatever, because again, they was using Miss Henrietta Lacks blood cells and blood for a whole lot of different researches and treatments and stuff that is still being used today. Okay, she has immortal human cells, and of course she passed away and they're still using it. But when they was taking her cells and stuff, she, without her consent, she didn't know that her stuff was being used all over the world. So about 5 or 6 years ago, yeah, her family actually finally got compensated for the use of her using her stuff, to help humanity and stuff like that, and other people, like I said, immortalized. But that's all I'm gonna read for that one. But yeah, so do more research on her if y'all want to. You know, interesting information. But the main thing that I'm pointing out is immortal human blood cells and the location where she was at, DMV area. Okay, and I'm located currently in Baltimore, Maryland. And also, when I had my two first sons, John Hopkins reached out to me through a letter, wanted them to study my sons, like put them in some kind of program to study them or do something. It was like some enlightenment program or something. Can't remember exactly what the letter says, but my first son was born. I got that letter, and I'm just like, "Ooh, John Hopkins." And I was in Capitol Heights at the time. I wasn't in Baltimore, Maryland. I was in Capitol Heights, PG County. So I'm like, "What, John Hopkins?" Like I heard of him, heard of the hospital, but that's in Baltimore. I ain't traveling way out in Baltimore for them to put my son in like a special program or whatever. Like my son, he was like a couple of months old, so I'm just like, I don't know where they got my information anyway, but having my first son, my first child, I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess everybody know when people have children. I don't know, because I had him at Prince George's Hospital in PG County, not in Baltimore. So yes, of course I declined. I ain't calling back. I ain't do nothing. I ain't send no letter. I ain't send no reply, nothing. Years later, when I had AJ, 3907, I had Avon, my first son, 11603. That's how I remember their birth dates, 11603. AJ or Andrew, I had him 3907. So when same thing happened once I had AJ, Andrew, well, we call him AJ. Um, got a letter from John Hopkins again. I'm just like, why are they sending me these letters? Of course, I wasn't thinking nothing of it. This is back in the day. So I wasn't like tapped into who I really am at the time. But, of course, looking back at it, I'm just like, oh, hell. They want to put my sons in some program. They wanted to study them and test them to find out, their powers and stuff like that. Like my children, all of my children have powers. Like, come on now. It's like, man, so my children have, oh my goodness, I think I just snorted. My bad if you heard that. But it's funny and it's weird, but weird is in my name. So again, I'm using weird in the sense of like, wow. I'm sorry, I'm cheating. And I'll be telling them, I'll be like, remember who you are. Like, remember, y'all are special. Like, all of my children was in my room, I would talk to them, tell them how special they is, how they want to change the world for the better. I wasn't projecting, oh, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a nurse, you're going to be a lawyer. I ain't say none of that. I'm like, whatever you choose to do, I know you're going to change the world for the better. You have a purpose. Like, all of them, when they was in my stomach, told them that. So they already knew. They knew what was up anyway. Like they said, children, we chose our parents before we get here or something. So, going into my stories about blood, and my blood types and stuff like that. So my blood type, I was in the military. I'm a veteran. I'm an Army veteran. And so, sorry, I'm eating or something. If I hear my daughter come in the room, I gotta hide this. She be like, noodles. Like, no, you can't have this kind. This is what I'm eating. She cannot have this kind. And I got a pot roast in the oven. That's gonna take about 2 hours, 2 more hours to get done. And what time is it? 14:42. So it is 2:42. So yeah. So I'm gonna see, can I finish this in about 15 minutes? But so I got a napkin. I don't got no napkin. What is this? Okay. So why am I feel like I'm sweating? Okay. So anyways, my blood type. Okay, let me hurry up. My blood type, y'all. I'm in the military. Well, I'm a veteran. Okay, and being in the military, of course, you got to get your blood tested and get dental work, all that stuff done. Focusing on the blood right now. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm so close to the screen. I don't want my face all in the camera. My bad, y'all, because I don't be. My bad. Just listen. Don't look at the screen. Don't look. Just listen. I'm more close. Sorry, seeing everything up on my face. But so we wear dog tags, and I'm trying to. Hopefully, you can hear me. But you wear dog tags being in the military, and I still got them. Well, hopefully, they still in over my mother's house, inside her garage, inside that green big duffel bag. That's a whole nother story, because I be having stuff over there in totes, nicely folded and neat, like stuff from like when I was in high school. Still got my prom dress over there and other stuff like that in totes. But knowing me, since I'm been away from them, my stuff probably got thrown in the trash. Like, oh, we don't know you wanted this. Oh, we didn't know you still want this. Oh, that. So but anyways, um, yeah, it's still my prom dress, my cap and gown. It's still in my mother garage. Mind you, it's in totes, 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 totes. But again, knowing them over there, my stuff might have been gone by now. Hopefully not, but I'm not even going to think about that. But anyways, on my dog tags, I joined the military when I was 18. Graduated from high school at 17. I had to wait till I turned 18 because I didn't want my parents to sign old documents to have me be in the military. I'm like, I want to do it myself. So I had to wait till I turned 18. Turned 18, so the paperwork was gone, basic training, AIT, all that, whatever. So we got dog tags. We had to get our blood tested. So on these dog tags, it got our first and last name. It got what else I had on there? Our blood type, obviously, and I think it had something else. Blood, like if we was something, if you was like allergic to something, it would be like a coded or like a color coder or something. But I know the basic stuff. If I remember, of course, I can Google it and be like, this was on a dog tag. But I know it's your full name and it's your blood type. Okay, that's the basic stuff on your dog tags. Like, again, maybe some other stuff, but I'm just remembering them things right now. So my blood type is AB positive. That's also on my identification card. When you in the military, you have in your CAT card. Is that what it's called? But your ID card, and it has your name, your social, and your blood type on and the expiration date on your CAT card, on your photo ID card for the military. Mine's AB positive. AB positive. Mind you, I didn't know really nothing about blood types until I really joined the military because, of course, 18, 19 years old, it's like being around everybody and it's like a brand new experience for a lot of us. And we're like, ooh, what's your blood type? What's your blood type? And that's when I started noticing like people have different blood types. Like, wow, that's interesting. Like, what does that mean? But of course, this is before Google and everything like that. I think we probably still had like dial up back in 2000. I graduated in 2000 from Eleanor Roosevelt High School in Greenbelt, Maryland. That was a science and tech. I mean, that high school, I can break that down. Well, I think I kind of broke it down in a previous video, so go check that out on my page about the Raiders and the mascot and everything like that. Pirates, hidden treasure, no walls. No walls, no windows, all that. But anyways, Freemasonry. So So basically, on a dog, asking people, oh, what's your blood type? What's your blood type? O negative, O positive, AB positive, A, B, whatever, whatever. So it was like, wow, we mixed in, but of course, you're looking at the person, they look quote unquote normal like you. So it's like, well, what makes your blood type different from mine and this, that, whatever. But of course, we ain't had no cell phones. You couldn't Google nothing back then. Even I wasn't really thinking about all that. I was just like, okay, cool. My own blood type is AB positive. That's what this dog tag say. That's what my ID say. So don't need to question it. Who cares? That's what it is. Whatever. AB positive. Great. Cool. Um, so that's it. Years later, I'm talking about years later, when I had Solomon, my third son, September 1st, 2012. Real quick about 2012. Okay, so his due date was 9/11/2012. I had him on 9/1/2012. And after I had him, let's say like it was like the year 19, it was the year 2019 or something. So a lot of people online, this was kind of like when YouTube and social media and stuff was in, people were saying when the year 2021 come, was it 2021? Yeah, like the world, like the Mayan calendar was like everything was going to end with 2021. Yeah, something like that, 2021. And then somebody actually said, well, 2021 is like a recap of your 2012. So whatever major thing happened in 2012 would happen in 2021. So I'm just like, that's interesting. But when I realized, like, I wish it wasn't planned, but I had, did I have a child in 2021? Yeah, my daughter. I'm like, did I have a child in 2021? But it wasn't planned. But come to find out, my daughter was born in 2021. 4/21/21. I had my daughter and I had my son in 2012. So I'm like, damn, I did. What was like that was like a major thing to have a child in 2012 and a child in 2021. Like, wow. But anyways, going back to the blood type. So I had Solomon, my third son, September 1st, 2012. Okay. So that was my third son. And he was actually my fourth pregnancy. Okay. So Before I had Solomon, I was pregnant like a year before that, year and a half before I had, like the math, of course you're pregnant for like almost what 10 months. So, okay, listen, before I had, just say like a year, almost 2 years, I guess, before I had my son Solomon, I was pregnant. I had a termination. Okay, I had a termination because me and the dude, that's a whole nother story. Just know with some lies involved and everything like that. But I had a termination. You know, I'm okay with that. Like I know things happen for a reason, whatever. So when I got that termination done, when you go in there, and that's a significant date. Well, not a significant date because I don't even know the date that it happened. Can't remember, but I do remember how far along I was. I was 8'2". 8'2". That number is very significant because 8'2" is the year I was born. In 82, I was born in 82, and I got that termination done when I was 8 and 2. 8 weeks, 2 days. 8 weeks, 2 days. So I'm like, oh wow, y'all gonna have me remember. Y'all gonna make sure I ain't forget that time. Like I can't, forget that termination. But so but I'm okay with it, I'm okay with it, whatever. But anyways, when I got that done, the lady was like, we're going to test your blood, but we only testing to see if you are your RH factor. Because if you RH negative, you have to get this shot called Rogram. RHOGRAM, I believe that's how you spell it, Rogram shot. If you RH negative, okay? That's all they testing for. If you the RH factor. If you RH positive, you don't have to get the Rogram shot. If you RH negative, you getting the Rogram shot. Like they don't force you to. You gotta sign the paperwork, acknowledging it or whatever. So I'm like, well, what does it do? And they were saying something like if the baby have a different blood type than you during the procedure, if some blood leak into you, it can cause an infection and yada yada yada. So this shot will prevent that if you have RH negative factor. We don't know your baby blood type, but we know, the moms, if your RH factor or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, let me sign it because I'm just like, I ain't trying to have no infection. This is my first time doing this and my last time. And I'm just like, okay, whatever precaution need to be taken out. Okay, cool. So, test my blood and I'm RH negative. I'm like, cool, sign the paperwork. They gave me the Rogram shot, did the procedure, whatever, fine. So, um, yeah. So I wasn't thinking about no RH negative. I'm thinking that's something different from your blood type, whatever. But years later, this is years later, I'm like, RH negative. I'm hearing that if you RH negative, that means your blood type got to be a negative as well. So meaning if you RH negative, that means you either A negative, B negative. This is blood type. AB negative, B negative, O negative. So I'm like, I got the damn Rogram shot because I'm RH negative, but my dog tags and military paperwork and all of this documentation say I'm AB positive. Hmm. Did they give me the damn shot when I didn't need the shot? Or is the military, did they effed up my blood and I'm actually AB negative? So I'm just like, either way, somebody fucked up. Or, because I can sue, listen, that shit happened. And then I'm like, I can sue somebody. But then I'm like, thinking about, wait a minute, Demitra. Then I started doing other research. And other people were saying that there is like specific blood types and a few people across this world who have special blood. Who have special blood. So it's not uncommon, but it's rarely common to come across somebody who has some kind of special, unique blood type. So I'm like, damn, I guess I fall into that category. So when I was posting things online, like telling people, if I read or watch a video about RH negative stuff, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm RH negative and I'm AB positive as well. They'd be like, oh, the comments after that be, underneath my thread be like, that's impossible. You sound crazy. You can't be RH negative and have AB positive blood type. No, you lying. So of course I don't go into my whole detailed story of how the facts that I noticed and the paperwork and everything, you know, how I know all of this stuff. And I'm just like, that ain't none of their business. But I'm like, no, I'm really am. And but then it is that one comment that's like, yeah, that is possible. It's select few people in this world who got like some kind of genetic mutation blood in them. And I'm like, damn, I'm one of them people. So then everything would start like putting things together. And I'm just like, oh, it's like confirmation, puzzle pieces coming together, confirmations. Yeah, my daughter coming in. So yeah, okay, the noodles is covered. What's the problem? What would you like? Yeah, just gonna be a part two because I can't even push pause. Oh, she turned it back. All right, she good. She left. But so basically, I'm like, it is what it is. Like I'm like I got paperwork, I got dog tags. Like this, it is what it is. I'm not making this stuff up. And then I'm quite sure somebody might be like, oh well, the people gave you the shot when you didn't need it. That means I can sue them. I can sue. I'm about to own. I mean, I already done own every freaking thing, but like literally PG County, like Prince George's County, like Maryland. Like y'all done after, like y'all, if y'all gave me that program shot and I didn't need it, y'all might be like, oh well, no effect. She was still able to have children, so oh well, nothing. Like if that's your specific job to only test that, like what are the odds y'all effed up on mine? Like no, I'm quite sure I am RH negative. Granted, that's the only time I had that test done for RH negative. And then when I go inside like my regular doctor office, I'd be like, yeah, can you test my blood? For some reason, you gotta have a reason. Oh, well, why you want your blood tested? Oh, well, are you sick or anything? Are you? And I'm just like, well, can I just have my blood tested? Can I, even knowing my children, when I asked for my children blood types, I'm talking about even when my daughter was at the hospital giving birth to her. I'm like, yeah, my child blood type. I want to know blood type. Oh well, why do you want to know her blood type? Oh well, we not allowed to do the blood type for the child and this and that unless. I'm like, what? You mean to tell me we gotta go? We can't even get our own children's blood types. we can't even get our blood tested unless y'all want to say so, unless y'all, oh yeah, let's test their blood. So that's this. Yeah, this is gonna be a second video because it's coming up on 30 minutes. The next part would be how my blood is leaked. I've been different situations throughout the time where I menstrual blood and a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, I got a freaking pad on, why is this blood leak? So that's going to be another video. Okay, and currently I am on my menstrual right now. Wow, started yesterday. But so yeah, another video coming soon. But yeah, all right, let me finish eating these noodles and check on this pot roast. Bye.